Hey guys, Ray here from Two Gaming Girls, and in today's showcase video we're going to look at all of the modern fountains I have designed so far. And if you hang around for the end, there will be a sneak peek to see a design that's coming out for the next bundle in our fountain set. Let's get started. If you'd like to get these blueprints, they are up in the workshop, and a link to that will be down in the description. But let's get started with our first design here in our modern set. And this was the first one I made in the set. It's got those basic geometric shapes. We have the rectangles all over, and we have on the inside this little design here with the corner steps upside down. The water flows down from above down straight into these skinny rectangular pools, and this is mimicked on all four sides. And then between those pools we have this kind of basin design here, and then we're going to back up so you can kind of get a good look of that. That's what it looks like at night. Our next design was inspired by a Minecraft image that I saw online, and this is the split ring. So we have this nice beautiful underlay here in the water, bedrock in the middle, and then we have this ring that's been split in half with one half going up and around so that the water flows down on the top of it and down into this ring. And then this half of the split, it curves up in this kind of cup shape and then falls down on the sides. I think the original design did a lot more with water in the middle here and flowing down, and I just wanted to focus on the beauty of the rings themselves and have the water kind of, in a very modern, simplistic way, drop down and flow around. So let's back up, and we can see what this one looks like again from afar. So for this design, I took a bunch of light colored blocks and kind of just ran them back and forth in different columns, kind of mixed it up so the pattern wouldn't, you wouldn't be too exact. It was kind of random. And then we have slabs up there where the water flows down and out. And I think this came out pretty well. It's a simple design. The back side was left open so that you can decide what to put this up against and decide what you want to do in the back. Some people might install it as part of a wall, or some may leave it like this and just build up the back. So this is our textured wall fountain. Next we have another heavy rectangular shaped fountain. We have one rectangle coming this way with openings on two of the sides, and that flows down into this smaller kind of almost square versus rectangle basin. There's mimicked on this side as well, and the water flows down from up above, and there are three kind of rectangles. So we have this middle one where the water flows down the middle of it. We have this one over here, you can kind of see through to see the water flowing, and then if you'll notice, they're not the same height. This one purposely, this one over here is a little bit shorter, just to give it some dimension and break it up so it's not exactly the same thing mirrored on each end. Next we have our oasis fountain. This one started off small. It started off with this center section here, kind of where this wall is, up into this rectangular shape, and after I made it, I decided to make it taller, and we added these steps. And then once I made steps up here, I decided, well, you can't see the fire that well, so I made steps up around the back. And then I was like, well, let's have something different, so we made that. And yeah, this build got away from me, but I think it turned out really cool, so let's go take a closer look. So in the front we have this little walkway coming up, and we have a pool of water here with the fountain coming down. And as you can see, as you get close enough, you'll be able to see the flames from there. You come this way, it's kind of a little mini garden, and I tried to add in a little greenery in various places. We have steps going up. Again, you can kind of see the flames as you go. And this, I added again greenery to this kind of build, and then we have water flowing down with that same kind of textured background that's along the front. Up here you could add more things or mix it up. I also think you could probably do some seating along here, mix that up as well, but I left it open for you to design as you want it. Over here we have another little area, kind of a balcony. Again, you can add some seating, but it also allows you to look down into the pool. So that's the front and the top side, and because we built that up so high, I had all this space in the back, so I decided to do a little bit more with that. Again, we have this texture kind of breaking up all the limestone, and then I brought that water down to this area. And I thought it'd be nice to mimic kind of what we did at the front at the top. So we have some fire pits going across to add that kind of flame look. Little decoration in the corners, but again, I think this would be cool seating area. I could really see people coming out to just chill outside in this little area, get out of the heat. Next we have our oasis over here. This again is playing off of those rectangles, so we have a rectangle feeding into this rectangle, which feeds into this bottom one, and as you go around this way you can see we're using that same ceramic wall again to break up the limestone, and it works around like that. And then in here I decided to put like a little desert garden. You could change it to grass, add different plants, add seating. You mix this how you want, but I thought that would look kind of cool as our oasis fountain. So here we have our double ring design, and I did a video on me making this. It's one ring going this way and another one going that way. This was inspired by a Minecraft image as well. It's a lot different from the design, but it did have those double rings in the design. And I had water flowing down and splitting off like it does here, which I really like. I added water down the middle, and we did this really cool shape. I might use this again somewhere else, where we have a slab, then a regular wall piece, slab, wall, going up, and then yeah, it looks kind of neat, very futuristic. I'd love to try this with some of the galactic set and see what we could do with that. So here we have our sprout pillar fountain, and we have kind of the water pulled up here, and then it feeds down to this level, which feeds down to this and that, all the way down to the bottom. It's really tall, but you know, I don't know, I think it looked really cool to walk by something like this or see it from afar. This kind of pillar that feeds into each other, all that trickling all the way down. So our next fountain is probably our most basic fountain. I figure after doing all these really big ones that we might want to try something smaller and simpler. So I did like, again, that kind of rectangle that's often seen in modern houses. So we're using kind of that shape to have water pulled down on either end. And then I broke up again the limestone with the ceramic wall. So this next fountain is rather large. That's why it's called our courtyard fountain. I see this as a design that you could put as a courtyard, so people would be walking down on this level, but from afar it would look really cool having this half a sphere with the water spilling out in the 4 different sides. So I decided to do kind of a pattern on the floor here. We had the same ceramic wall I was using in a lot of the other designs, mixed in with the blue concrete, and then a touch of the blue-green ceramic wall, which we've used in 1 or 2 other designs as well. So for this one I did go ahead and add the seating, which in other ones I left open for you to kind of do whatever you want. Again, you can do what you want here, but I did put down some benches to kind of do that. I added some lighting under here, otherwise it's going to be really dark in this area. And then I decided to do some kind of sculpture art in the middle. I even tried connecting this to the top so it looked like it was the legs, but I didn't quite like that. I liked it more as art and not part of the main structure. So we have that going on there. Now let's go ahead and fly up so that we can see the top up here, which also has some designs to it. Using the same blocks we've been using so far in the set. We have the bedrock with the ceramic and the blue-green ceramic, and then the blue concrete. At first I was going to have the water go all the way across, but I thought if you really were going to do something up here, it might be nice to have more actual floor space to walk on. And I thought the blue concrete was a nice way to kind of mimic that the water's going through, be able to have something to walk on. You could even bring it back further this way and really have all of this to use to put anything else you want up here. Maybe get set up your house up here. So that is all the pieces of the modern fountains that we have done so far for our fountain set. So that's the modern bundle. And if you have not already noticed, this is my sneak peek for you what our next bundle will be. I'm not sure if the bundle will be wall fountains or it will be face fountains or body fountains where there's some kind of face or body or sculpture where the water comes out. Kind of torn between that, but this one, hopefully you can see, I'm still working on it, but it's supposed to eventually be a lion. I might need to bring it up a little bit more so I can do more underneath with the lion's mane. And I'm not sure I'm going to keep these for the noses or not, but yeah, that's our lion mane, and it will be part of the next bundle, whatever that bundle will be. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Tam and I are really looking for more support, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel, please like this, and as always, leave us some comments. We love talking with you guys. Take care.